Hello and welcome to part 2 of PappaZappa's playthrough of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels with the Roses for the PS2. Man, I am still ecstatic over that win in the first episode. I don't know about you guys, but I did not expect to come out like that on top. Let's go ahead and get right into Rex Raptor here. The Rose Duelist, eh? I'm not impressed. In fact, I'll crush you to a pulp with my dinosaur deck. Little does he know that machines are the enemies of all dinosaurs. Except for the ones in our deck that combine with machines to make cybersaurs. Now, Rex's map is going to introduce us to the very first labyrinth terrain of the game. Unless you have very specific monsters, you can't enter labyrinth terrain. So it acts as blocking for the most part. And it is entirely wasteland within that, which is advantage for us. We like that. So let's go ahead and extend in a really strong fusion right off the bat. We are going to keep it face down for ambush potential. Metal Dragon is pretty darn good. Now Rex, the strongest thing he's usually going to come up with is something like 2400 attack, but he can use equip spells to boost their power. He's going to have Invigorates. Warrior and Dinosaurs, you can see, combine to make a Sword Armored Dragon, which is fairly useful. Now, Rex has a major for his leader. Oh, Tomosaurus, you messed up, big dog. Now, we haven't seen Tomosaurus attack, and it is the new episode, so we might as well let Metal Dragon get off that laser beam. Well, not so much a laser, but like an electric beam. Pretty sick either way. Yeah, that's not a good call, brother. Not a good call. So yeah, right out the gate, it's not looking good for Rex. We just dealt him 1,350 life points with the damage. Oh, but we did get Spellbound, so we're not going to be able to advance with that anymore, which is fine. Now, we are just going to have to wait, so I'll go ahead and send this Bear Trap down the right side. We don't have any stars to summon anything, really. That's the big deal. Oh, Red Medicine? Yeah, that's really useful. It's a whole 500 life points useful. Okay, I mean, he's got a little more than he had before, but we can use Metal Dragon again now, so he's going to have to start moving or start taking direct attacks. And then we can go ahead and send our Royal Guard down the left side here. Keep sending Bear Trap down the right. Make sure every avenue is taken. And him running over his own card, not that good for him. Sparks, by the way, horrible card. Only 50 life points worth of burn. Very rarely is that going to matter. Let's see here. So this is the card he went over, the Crawling Dragon number 2. And just like that, we get a free attack in with our Sword Armored Dragon. He's a dinosaur against Dino Boy here. And he's surrounded on 2 sides. Excellent. Can't really summon anything, but I don't imagine he's going to last much longer regardless. Ooh, bad call. Alright, well, gonna put you at your misery. And just like that, the sub 5-minute win after a 45-minute slog. This game can be pretty funny. Also, our deck is really well positioned to take on someone like Rex. So, there is a downside. When you defeat someone without destroying a lot of their cards, many of the slots are replaced by fake traps, which it doesn't matter if you get a 3 in a row on. You're not going to get anything good. No. But they do cost nothing, basically, so like they're good deck filler. I think they're like 5 deck cost each, something like that. So if you want to lower your deck cost, definitely a good strategy. So, since this duel was so short. Oh, I forgot to read his dialogue at the end there. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and at least get a second one in, and I'm going to show you what the deck editor looks like too this episode, because it didn't at the end of the last one. So go ahead and save between every fight. We're going to go to the deck. Alright, so you can sort it in a bunch of different ways. Newcomer is certainly one way, but I much prefer deck cost sort, especially for mine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the highest deck cost cards, like this Typhoon is not good. Ogre of the Black Shadow is not good. And then we're going to sort by deck cost over here, put in the Fake Trap and the Red Medicine to reduce our deck cost by a lot. That way, we can fight the zombie duelist Bones at Exeter. Down here in Stonehenge. Oh no, not quite Stonehenge. Yeah, Exeter is its own thing. It's over near Cornwall. Alright. Ooh, my zombie deck hungers for a taste of you. So this field, it's got a bit of meadow, so if you're like a warrior or beast warrior build, you can take advantage of that, and then just a bit of water for the water deck. But Wasteland, it benefits us, so we're going to mostly work on that. We will start out with gaining 1,000 life points, so might as well. Now keep in mind, Bones, while having a small deck cost, has some really powerful cards, like Pumpkin the King of Ghosts, Call from the Grave, Graveyard and Hand Invitation. And he's also got Dark Hold, which destroys every single card on the field, and you're normally not going to get a hold of that. So definitely keep that in mind. Alright, we're going to go ahead and test the waters and see... no, we'll throw down another burn. Or the first burn. Get him for 50. Just get through our deck a little bit. We're not really building board presence is the only problem with this strategy. While he's getting through his deck and putting down good cards. Now he's going to do the same thing Weevil does, where he hides in that bottom, well, the top left for us, but the bottom right for him. Alright, so let's go ahead and put a bear trap in front of him just to see what happens. I doubt it's going to activate because it has to be 2,000 or less, and we did give it a power up. But if it does, then that's a free kill on a monster. Oh, so it would seem it worked. Nice. Okay, let's see here. So we only have machines right now, so we're going to go ahead and just throw away a bunch of them. And put our Brave Scissor here in defense mode to try and bait him into attacking it. Doesn't look too confident. Oh, Darkhold. See, that's what I was talking about. And there goes every card on the field. Thankfully, we didn't actually have anything relevant. Now, it is a good time for us to go on the offensive, though, now that he wiped out his own field. Alright, there we go. And we got something to go on the offensive with. The Royal Guard. If it wasn't for him, I'm pretty confident we would not have won the first game. Now, it's not like he can't come up with something stronger than it. Keep that in mind. Like right now. Yeah, Skelegon. 2,700 attack is not messing around. And we're going to see what that attack looks like, too. Now, you might be wondering how it's so high. He's a high enough rank that zombies near him are going to have a power bonus. So definitely keep that in mind. There goes our Kingdom Hearts Royal Guard. Man, you know, may he rest in pepperoni. Yeah, 1,700 attack normally, but because this guy is a Colonel, he has the ability to give extended support range, so 2 tiles away, and then increase strength for same type friendlies. So he is definitely not to be trifled with. Be careful. Now it is okay because he's going to get 500 less points, which means he'll be at 2200, which is 100 less than our Cybersaurus. Which we're just going to keep sitting right here, waiting for him. Provided, of course, he doesn't increase the strength of all of the zombies. Oh. I mean, he's also allowed to do that. Machines do get a disadvantage in the water terrain, so very much avoid water if you're using a machine deck. Just for ease of use, really, more than anything. Let's see here. What's our best play? Let's get rid of Fake Trap, and let's put in Pendulum Machine. We'll put it in defense mode. And then we'll move this one over to try and get him to walk into it with that skeleton. Now you don't want to wait too long against this guy, just like Weevil, because he has the inverse of Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, which is way better. Pumpkin the King of Ghost. It's going to increase the strength of every zombie on the field by 100 every turn. So enemy and friendly, but this guy's the zombie duelist, so he's going to be able to handle it. Now we are going to see Cybersaurus attack once this game, or well, this episode rather. I do love Gatling guns in games. The Cybersaurus has a nice one. Laser Gatling gun's definitely a plus. Oh, nice. Cyber Commander. That's what we wanted to see. So we'll go ahead and place him in the bottom right of the map. Well, bottom right of us. And then we can get him going, so he's going to buff up all of our machine monsters. We do have to be really careful about advancing against him, because like you saw before, he's going to have a bunch of tricks ready for us. But I think Cybersaurus is probably strong enough now that he can handle it. And we'll move Pendulum Machine to where Cybersaurus kind of was. Is worrisome. Didn't decide to attack though, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep pushing forward with Cybersaurus. Okay, and we got past the Shadow Spectre. Really tiny monster. Crushed under the foot of our machines. We have a dragon now, so we could believe if we combine a zombie with a warrior, then a dragon, we're gonna get something. So a zombie and a warrior together is gonna make, yeah, armored zombie, and then a zombie with a dragon is gonna make dragon zombie, which is fairly decent. Zombies are a lot like machines that they combine with most things. Whoa, 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 would you look at that? We got a free direct attack. Provided there's no trap card. Nice. That certainly hurt his deck leader. Okay, and then let's move this up. A little risky, but I think we'll be okay. And then, let's see here. Combine Beast with Zombie and then with Warrior. To make us a armored zombie. Just put that in front of us. It's a bit of protection. Let's see how he reacts. Oh, looks like we've won the game unless he does something drastic. Ooh, Shadow Ghoul. We want that if we can get it, because it can go into Labyrinth terrain, which would be really strong for us. It also looks really cool, man. A lot of these early Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters are so sick. He's got the Halo Bunny hopping. Let's go. Pendulum Machine didn't stand a chance. Now, do keep in mind, if he goes into a labyrinth, he becomes wall shadow, which means he loses his zombie typing and becomes a warrior, which is a bit less good. Now, let's go ahead and finish this battle. Might as well. No reason to tell. Let's get those. Cybersaurus. Chungus laser. There you go. Beating our second duelist in the episode. Rather simply, too. That Weevil one was really spooky. Alright, let's see how we do on the graveyard slots. Now, we want Pumpkin for sure. Or we'll not get him, that's fine too. Alright, 3 different monsters is fine. And I mean, I guess we don't really want Pumpkin because we're playing the machine deck, and if you start putting zombies in your machine deck, it gets a little wonky. But we did great there. Ah, you'd be a fool if you think you've seen the last of me. And there's our third white rose card. Alright. We'll go ahead and save it. Alright. So let's go ahead and fight our next enemy. It's St. Albans, the Darkness Ruler, or as he's known in the anime, Panic. You dare to challenge the dark deck of the Darkness Ruler. Rose Duelist or not, you don't stand a chance. This dude, he's not really capping either. He got a pretty good deck. 982 deck cost. It's full of fiends. This is our very first time seeing the dark terrain, and then in the corners we have forest terrain. Machine is neutral on both, but dark is gonna love this dark terrain, which is lovely when you're in battle, by the way. We'll see in a bit. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna combine our dinosaur and our machine and make a Cybersaurus and just have it chill on the left hand. 1800 attack, not the strongest, but we're kind of fishing for one of our buffs, like limiter removal, or like, oh yeah, be careful, he can be really aggressive. And he has some pretty strong monsters. So there's that limiter removal we were talking about. So let's go ahead and just get that on the playing field right away. I'm going to put it in the corner. Now be careful going into defense mode against him. He has Gorgon's Eye, which will make any card you put in defense mode automatically destroyed. Well, not destroyed, my bad. Spellbound eternally. And there it is, a King of Yami Mikai right off the bat. That's his deck leader. I think he has 2 in his deck because you're only allowed to have the 2 plus deck leader because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a rule of 3 game for the amount of cards you can have in a deck of a given type. Yeah, yeah, Demon Energy is not very good for our machine. It's definitely going to put it down. Now we're down 700 life points because of that. And he is close enough to not attack us next turn, but pretty soon. Now, thankfully, his AI is a little rough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and bait him. Yeah, that seems to be the best strategy, I think. We'll attempt to bait him into this terrain over here, the forest. With, one of these. Let's see if we got any fusion. So Rock and Warrior Confused to make that thing. And then Wilmy is a beast, but he's going to go down to 2,000, not 2,500 if he goes that direction. And then limiter removal will get in the corner over here. Yeah, definitely be careful. He has rituals as well. Okay, he decided not to go. That's an interesting choice. Probably saw the bait coming. Okay, there we go. This is what we wanted. A wasteland. Because now we can have some terrain of our own, and there's no traps nearby that's going to stop this. And this guy loves trap cards, so keep that in mind. Put this guy in defense mode. We'll end our turn. Now the way field spells work is from their origin point, they spread out in 2 in every direction and 1 in the diagonals. So you get quite a bit of terrain on the map is made into what you need. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of the chaos and just go right in with the Steel Ogre Grotto number 2. Give him a chance to take some revenge. Or, He'll use Tears of the Mermaid, one of his trap cards, reduce our attack by, I believe, 600. And, yeah. So now we're weaker than the king. He'll probably get an attack in now, but 200 life points isn't that big a deal. I did say he loves trap cards. You gotta expect them with him. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and skip this combat since we've already seen King of Yamaokai's attack. And he does like protecting himself as well, but he's not dead set on where he goes. He usually likes to go into this corner over here, though, just like Bones and Meeble. So what we're going to do this turn is we're just going to put a bear trap down. Try and trap this king. Yeah, that's a pretty nonsensical placement, unless it's like a all... See, trap cards either have limited range or they have all map range, so if they have all map range, it doesn't matter where you put them. And he does have magic jammers, so be careful of that. A magic jammer means when you activate a spell card, it automatically counters it. So this dude, he's packing. He's not messing around. So we'll go ahead and get rid of the majority of the cards in our hand. We are going to make a Cyber Soldier, though, and start marching it up to the wasteland. Looks like he's taking the bait. Yep. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a Metal Dragon as well. And then what we'll do is we'll put this in defense mode and try and get him to attack it, since we have a better shot at living that way. And then we'll end our turn. We're not going to be using that limiter removal until we've got a couple, at least 3 monsters probably, for it to take advantage on. And I do want to test if he has a magic jammer. Nice. Okay, so they would have crashed if they had the same amount of attack points, but because he's in defense mode, instead, Panic's going to take 200 life points worth of damage. Uh-oh. That's not good. The Zera Ritual is one of his strongest creatures. It's going to make Zera the man. I think it's 2850 base, but he decided to put it in the back corner of the map, which is not exactly doing him any favors, thankfully. I am going to put this spell card down, just so we can use it to bait out a magic jammer later, if it comes up. Alright, let's see what you got. Power increase, okay. Let's hope that it doesn't just run over a Metal Dragon. Oh, that's really bad for us. Yeah, the Castle of Dark Illusions, all Fiend monsters get a power up of 500. It's like an even more powerful version of our... What's the chunkus called? The Cyber Commander that we're fond of. Alright, so here's that monster. Alright, we're going to go ahead and test to see if Magic Jammer's on the field. And it isn't, because it automatically activates whenever a spell is activated. So now we can limit our removal. And juice up our monsters. And then let's go in for an attack directly with our Pendulum Machine. It is going to get a temporary power down because it's attacking into dark. But other than that, it should be fine. And there's no way this thing can come back and attack either, I'm pretty sure. So we've got a pretty good defensive position right now. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. Yeah, if you keep summoning things behind him, that's not really going to help him, because now, even if he has 2 trap cards we can get in. Yep, there's the Tears of the Mermaid. Now, if that other card is also a trap card, we're going to be stopped from destroying him this turn. But otherwise, we got him. And we did. Nice. Alright, excellent. Third duel down in one episode. We're doing great. And we destroyed a decent amount of cards, so we'll get a couple selections here in the graveyard slots. Now, we do want that Tears of the Mermaid. It's a pretty decent trap card. Oh. Or we could get Fiend Castle, and Fast Clown, or Clown Zombie, and the Zeramant Ritual. Awesome. Hey man, 3 cards is better than 2, I guess. Unless one of those 2 is unique, if you get the 3 in a row. And not every time is it actually even useful if you get the 3 in a row. Keep that in mind. How could I lose? He's tripping. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And this will be the last duel we take on this episode. We're going for Bandit Keith now. Hey, so you managed to beat a few minor duelists. Well, let's see how you fare against my machine deck. Gonna cut you like a pretzel. So here it is, the machine mirror match. The Robotic Knight versus the slot machine. And I'm feeling confident. He is a very strong duelist though, so keep that in mind. Now Cyber Commando, thankfully, only powers all our machine monsters, so we're going to start with that. Now he's got a lot of strong creatures. He's got the ability to make Metal Zoa, he's got Barrel Dragon, he's got Machine King, and he's got Slot Machine with 7 completed. So he can throw out some heaters like it's nothing. So be ready for it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a flanking attack with Cyberosaurus around the left side. Okay, so he's pretty confident in the defense of that monster. And he's fairly confident in that monster as well. Alright, now let's see here. I don't really see a good monster we can make, so let's go ahead and make a... I think this makes a Flame Swordsman. Yeah. Alright, so this will be our test monster to see how strong this guy is, because it'll probably bait him into attacking. Oh, it didn't. Interesting. He went to defense mode, so he's probably weak on that side. It's not a trap card. Keith has some invisible wires, which are pretty strong, but nothing too much to worry about. We're just gonna pass the turn, see what he does. I'm pretty confident that that's a monster next to us. Probably not the strongest of all time, though. So let's go ahead and use our Pendulum Machine and try and brute force. Oh, actually, never mind. Let's go to defense mode, see if he attacks into it. And then we're not touching his Robotic Knight. Just really, it's fine. Although, Robotic Knight does have a good effect, which we're going to have to read for the first time now. Oh, and we get a free spellbound. So basically, all your machine monsters are increased by 300. It's another Cyber Commando. So this is, he's basically got his own Cyber Commando now. Oh, Mechanical Spider, that was a bad call. Let's go. Free 13, or no, that's a 1600 life point cut right there, just from attacking into Pendulum Machine. Now, I don't think I've ever seen this monster attack. Okay. Huh. Doesn't quite reuse Hunter Spider, but it's very similar. Now he's going to keep that Robotic Knight there, because he wants the defense up. Pretty much can guarantee that. And then, let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and override Flame Swordsman with a Cyber Soldier. Just keep that chilling here, and then we're gonna attack into this thing for some more free damage. And I don't think this is the first time we get to see Pendulum, because we did get to see it in episode 1 against Weevil, but it'll be another good attack. I wonder how he attacks this Pendulum Machine. Surely he doesn't use his Pendulum Blade. And just like that, he's down near pretty much to the bottom of his life points. He's almost got a quarter left. Very close. So as long as we keep playing our cards right, I think we've got a pretty good advantage. Oh, he decided not to summon, huh? That is an interesting call for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and start sending Cyber Soldier down the right, and we'll start sending Pendulum Machine down the middle. He's got no avenue for escape now. He overwrote his own card, that's good. Let's see what he overwrote. Limiter removal. Yeah, probably because it would help our creatures as well. Now keep in mind, you can summon diagonally, so you can summon something right there to mess with us. It wouldn't hurt to keep going through our deck, just in case. We don't want to get punked out. So let's go ahead and make another Cyber Soldier. Alright, we got him. Even if he attacks the Cyber Soldier and destroy it, we can hit him from behind. Oh, that Metal Zoa is big. 3,800? Jeez. Let's see what you got. Yeah, he's got like the aura attack. So strong. He's wearing those black Air Forces. No. Alright, then let's go in for the finale. The coup de grace. Just like that, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Now, we really want that limiter removal. Metal Morph would be kind of good. Zoa is good. Now that we have Zoa, we definitely want Metal Morph. Okay. Got it! Let's go! We got Metal Zoa! Let's go! Oh, man. This playthrough is dynamite! Alright, cool. I keep forgetting to read their end card. Now that we've done that, we've unlocked Newcastle, where the Paradox Brothers lie. They're going to have the Gate Guardian spells, and 1,000 deck costs, so they're not playing around. You can very easily lose against them. We are going to go into the deck editor. Alright, so now that we've won 5 games, we have access to a new feature. It's pretty cool. It's called Reincarnation. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw out some of our more useless cards, like Space Megatron and Space Megatron. We're going to put in Metal Morph, and we're going to put in Zoa. And we're also going to take out another one of our useless cards, like Invader of the Throne. And then we're going to put in this mechanical spider here. And now that we've done that, we have this little reincarnation button you probably can see here. So let's go find the highest deck cost creature we can in our bank, which would happen to be Quagyar Hercules. Okay, the right right stick is going to be able for you to put in cheat codes, which most cards in the game can be cheated in, but we're not going to do that this playthrough. But left stick lets you reincarnate, so we're going to do that. It's going to turn 1 card into 3. So we got ourselves the Immortal of Thunder, not that useful for us. Baphomet, or Baphomet, not that useful for us. And Magic Jammer, very useful for us. So Baphomet is going to give you the max stars when it's put in play. The Magic Jammer, I already talked about earlier this episode, it's going to cancel any spell that you run into. So let's go ahead and get rid of Camion Wizard, which is completely useless for our deck. And now we've got an incredibly strong deck with an incredibly low cost, which is basically the best you can get. In terms of what you're looking for, like obviously the card quality isn't the greatest in our deck because we could have 3 ofs when we have 1 ofs, but this will get us through pretty much most things in the game. Now with that, I will end episode 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels to the Roses. Thank you so much for joining me. This was PappaZappa, and next time we're going to be facing Labyrinth Ruler for sure, probably a Shizu here in the Isle of Man, and it kind of just depends on how much time it takes. If we get to it, we could even face Pegasus. I thank you very much for watching, and until next time, Auf Wiedersehen!